Yes, I'm frustrated with the gridlock also. I think I can go to Washington and get along with both Democrats and Republicans and work to find areas where we can agree. Once we have that common ground picked out, we can work together to enact legislation to meet our goals. A lot of the gridlock comes on matters of money. And I would like to set tax and budget policy where we have enough funds for our government to pay for what we need to do with enough left over to pay off our national debt within 25 or 30 years. I believe we should consult with the president ahead of time to determine whether he or she would veto the legislation we're working on. That way we'll avoid the situation of a veto and a possible government shutdown. I also think it's important that the senators work together so that we get our work done on time and so that the public knows what their government is up to. Yes, I am an attorney by trade, also a CPA, and I was in the military for 21 years. I have had all my professional life had to deal with people from all different walks of life and professions and persuasions, and I have no trouble negotiating with anybody. I look back at the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015 and I was disappointed to see that the Congress waived the debt ceiling until March of 2017. This was unfortunate as we lost a tool to control spending. Also in that act, the Congress summarily raised the caps on discretionary spending by $70 billion for 2017 and 2018. I believe that was a mistake. There was not a national emergency for that to happen. If I was Senator Moran and in the majority, I would have used my influence to adhere to the budget caps that were enacted in the prior Congress. Yeah, whether Guantanamo should close or not, I don't know the answer to that. That decision will be made by the President and the Department of Defense. They will base that on national security factors. If they decide that the Guantanamo should be closed, then we've got to make a decision on what to do with those prisoners. There's been a lot of discussion about bringing them to facilities here on U.S. soil. If that's to happen, I want the question answered, does that give these prisoners the right to be hearings in U.S. federal district courts and not in front of military tribunals? If it's going to give them access to federal district courts, I'll oppose that move to any base on U.S. soil. I want them properly tried by the military tribunals. If they can still be tried with military tribunals here on U.S. soil, where do we put them? There's some discussion about bringing them to our facility here at Fort Leavenworth. If the Department of Homeland Security and if the Department of Defense can give assurances to the people of Leavenworth and Leavenworth County that this can be done safely, then I will support a move of the prisoners to the facilities at Leavenworth. That is the community up there is incarceration. There's a federal prison there. There's federal disciplinary barracks there. The community has experts in incarceration. This base then could fill a national security mission where we can process these prisoners, give them a fair trial, and then either release them back to their home countries if incarceration is no longer necessary, or punish them by incarceration in a long-term facility.